Hey, good morning, Facebook. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday to each and every one of you out there. Hey, this is Gregory Wiles, Houston, Texas. It's Inspirational Morning Walk. Guys, it's a cloudy day here today, but it's nice and cool still, so I'll take that. I'll take that little cloudy. Just getting my exercise on. So, just want to say a shout out to all the multilateral alumni and current multilateral students from Georgetown, Guyana. I know we've spread out all over the world. I just want to say hi to all of you guys. And thanks for the alumni, the chapter in New York here, the US-based chapter who's doing great things, and the local chapter who's doing a lot of great work in the school there, man. Thank you guys very much. Thanks. All right, so today, guys, Friday we did about the tongue. Friday we did about the tongue, the power of thy tongue, and we should watch what we're saying, because we dealt with some of the scriptures that said a small spark could light the whole fire, a small spark could set a whole fire on blaze, and then a soothing tongue. We deal with all the stuff we're saying not to prevent ourselves from saying mean things to each other, and the power to fix what that could cause. So, last night, as I mentioned to you guys yesterday, last week, I was watching this Lance Armstrong story, right? And they had the second part on ESPN, this 30 for 30, the America's Greatest Cyclist. And, you get caught with good morning, Tracy Hammer, good morning, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so he get caught cheating with the doping, right? And, he got stripped of all his titles. He won the 7th Tour de France. I went into that. So last night I watched the second part. And the second part dealt with all the people what make his story so great, because many athletes get catch doping and they didn't make it that big. But the amount of people he destroyed in the process. The amount of people he destroyed in the process trying to cover up his lies, right? Trying to cover up his the doping that he was doing. So I want to focus on that today. I want to focus on now. We tried to prevent last week from people saying negative things. So now, let's say you already say these stuff to hurt people. I want to focus on that aspect of the tongue today, right? That aspect of the tongue. Because we can say some very mean things, guys, to each other, and it causes a lot of hurt, and we don't really know, right? So I want to start off with this scripture, and then we can build on it as usual. So it's Matthew 15:11. It says, what goes into someone's mouth does not defile them, but what comes out of the mouth, that is what defiles them. So it's not what goes into your mouth, but it's what comes out. Because what comes out of your mouth, it's coming from your heart. I know back in the days, growing up, they had some group of guys, work together, and they want to tell you some very hurtful things. And what they might do, they wait till they get in a social gathering with they're having a few drinks, and those drinks give them the courage. Some of them pretend they're intoxicated, and then they tell you some very hurtful things. Very hurtful things. They use the alcohol or as an excuse. And next day they might say, you know what? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was saying. I was drunk. You know what? Why, when you get drunk, you can tell me how much you admire me, how much you love me, all the great things about me? Why, when you get drunk, you tell me all these mean things to hurt me? That tells me that was in your heart, right? So if we want to fix the tongue, we have to fix the heart. And my sister was telling me, a young girl, 12 or 13 years old, she was on TV explaining what goes on. She was bullied in school, and she was just explaining the hurt that it causes when people say mean things. And she used a piece of paper. She got a sheet of paper, and she kind of crushed it up, balled it up in a little ball, and then she said, when people apologize, this is what happens. And then she opens that piece of paper out. She opened that piece of paper out, because that's what the apology does. But when you look at that paper, it can never go back together. It could never be as smooth as it was when it first started. So she said, this is what happens. The apology is necessary. We need that apology. But this is what happens to us. We are still very hurt and scarred by the mean things we say to each other, right? So guys, fix the heart, and we fix the tongue. Right? So next time you get upset and you want to tell someone off, just think about a piece of paper. Think about what that little 13-year-old girl was saying, what still happens. Because lots of time you might get frustrated. Well, hello Mavis, thanks for checking in. We might get upset and say, oh, I apologize 2 and 3 times. What more do you want from me? And you wonder why this person is still hurt by what you said a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Think about the paper what a 13-year-old girl was saying. That is what happened. Those scars are still there from the things that we say. So we don't be quick to say anything that jumps to your mouth. Don't be quick just to say anything come just to hurt someone. Just think about it, right? Think about it. It's what comes out of a man's mouth defiles him, right? What comes out of your mouth defiles you, right? So guys, just be careful as we go on. Mr. Almir, thanks for watching. As we go on, just be careful what you're saying. Don't get angry and just want to jump off and just tell someone. It's like your words are like a tree in the fall when it's shedding those leaves. When you let those words out there, it can't go back on the tree. You can't pull them back. An apology don't always fix the hurt that we do to people, because I was telling you about the Lance Armstrong story. People still hurt right now, 15, 20 years after he destroyed their lives by the words that he was saying and the things that he just to protect himself and defend what he was doing. So guys, next time we're tempted to do that, I just want you guys to stop and pause and think the hurt that you can cause someone by your mere words that you speak, right? The mere words. That's why the scripture is saying life and death is in the power of that tongue. The tongue is a very useful and very deadly part of our body. So let's use it for good and not for evil, guys. So guys, I'm not going to go on too long, but I'm going to leave that there and fix the heart, and you will fix the tongue. That what comes out of a man's mouth, it's usually coming from his heart. So guys, thank you guys for checking in today on Wednesday. I take on the topic on Wednesday. Not sure yet, but I'm working on it. But you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday.